Great seeing you. Thanks for joining us. All right, so you won for News Gathering Human Interest. This is the Black Metropolis and the Unlikely Historian WBBM. So is this a story that you did jointly with Channel 2, just about the work that you're doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So tell, I mean, you know, the work you're doing is just amazing, and you know, so many people are talking about it. So what did this story focus on?
This story was on the Black Metropolis, Bronzeville, how the Bronzeville gives us Black History Month, Bronzeville gives us gospel music as a concept, but also the various ethnicities that stayed in Bronzeville, right? For a long time it was German Jewish, and it was Irish, and how all of those people and places formed to change America through this one neighborhood.
So much cultural history in Bronzeville, like the jazz. I mean, didn't Louis Armstrong live there for a bit, or is there some jazz?
Louis Armstrong, Jelly Roll Morton lived there, and then of course Captain Walter Dyett, who was like a trainer for people like Dinah Washington and Nat King Cole. They all lived in Bronzeville,
And they got the Harold Washington Cultural Center there that puts on some great programming. So obviously, I mean, you're such a great historian, but then how did you figure out the TikTok part of it? Because I haven't figured that out yet.
You know, you got to let the kids train you, and that's what happened with me. My 8-year-old trained me on how to use TikTok. And so that's what got me on there. And what really got me on there was just to make sure that kids like her knew these stories. They may not pick up a history book and be nerdy like me, but they will watch TikTok. And so that's what made me, put the stories on TikTok.
So there's so many things I want to ask you, but obviously, like, Chicago in national media sometimes gets such a bad rap, and I know you're about debunking that. Tell me how important that is to you to sort of tell the full story of Chicago, the beauty of it, especially in the South and West Sides, when you see this narrative that kind of that dominates on the national scene.
Yeah, right, and it affects people from those places when we leave those places. And so I'm into changing the perspective about Chicago and changing the perspective about the South and West Side. One, because I'm raising kids on the South Side, right, and how they're perceived will affect them later on in life. But there are so many beautiful people on the South Side that just want to make sure their kids got a good life, make sure that the dog is walked, right? We all just want to be able to relax with our families, and just like all the other sides of the city. But not just that, some of the things that we enjoyed throughout Chicago come from the South and West Side, and we should highlight and lift those up.
And I know you don't just highlight South. I mean, you highlight the whole city.
Yeah,
and
the entire city.
The fact that it basically kind of made America. I mean, so many great things about this country come from Chicago.
You know what I say, man? Everything dope about America comes from Chicago.
You're another one of those dope things about Chicago. So,
thank you.
Chairman Dilla Thomas, really nice to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy that Emmy. Is that your first?
It's my first.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Congratulations.